Welcome Psych 310 students. This is my week 7 commentary following our mid-semester workshop. To begin with, my thanks to those of you who took the time to come to the workshop on both Saturday and Sunday. Although the numbers were quite low, I thought the discussion was at a high level, and I think it was helpful to the students who attended. For those of you who weren't able or opted not to attend, that's fine. If you want to do a mini workshop, I would recommend you call and consult with me one-to-one by phone. Now is the time, or face-to-face, now is the time for you to be thinking about your course projects, and there were some really excellent ones being developed. I'm aware of those. I'm more concerned about those of you who I've not heard from. So if that's the case, please contact me so that I can be of help to you with those course projects. Also, the expectation of the course is that you'll join the international Google community, and from there we will pair you up with Czech students who will be informants for you, essentially providing information for your course project. To do that, you have to first join the international community and then develop the skill of using a Hangout or some such means of communicating with your counterpart in the Czech Republic. Working my way back, Test 2 is due at the end of March 11th. That's essentially a week from today. And it is essentially the next 3 quizzes, part 2 of Funder. That's important if you keep in mind that there are a total of 16 and then the epilogue, 17 quizzes that you'll be working your way through. So we're now essentially on number 7 of 17 as we approach the halfway point in the semester. And I'm saying this to gently remind you that we don't want this to back up on you in the second half of the semester. This chapter for this week is all about the inheritance of personality, and I think it's one of the best in Funder. The old stereotype of essentially personalities and personality problems run in families. Of course, there's some truth to that, but also it's a dangerous half-truth. So as we look at our twin topics this week of behavioral genetics and the evolutionary perspective on personality, hopefully you'll come to a more nuanced perspective. And the key concept, as I mentioned in Blackboard, is heritability. So this image that I have here on the website for you really illustrates heritability insofar as it's comparing identical and fraternal twins and looking at the correlation or the predictability of personality traits from that perspective. These, of course, are the big 5. And this study, just to give you an idea of how much development has gone on in this area. This study was done in the late 1990s, some time ago. So a great deal more now is known about molecular genetics and the mechanics leading to both influences, which are arguably inherited, and also the limitations. I would refer to you specifically to the summary topic in this chapter on the future of behavioral genetics. I think you'll find that of interest. So, okay, that's the content for this week. Please do contribute to our online discussions. Remember, the goal there is not to create busy work, but rather to have a student-driven discussion of course content that takes you beyond the book and that allows you to clarify points of confusion or disagreement that you might have with respect to what you're reading now in Funder. I think we're on a good track. My own personal goal is to be completely caught up with everything and ready to refocus for a bit when we get to the spring recess or spring break. That's coming up in 3 weeks. So I'll be catching up with grading this week. Your first test was due last week, and I will grade it this week. Actually, you might have those quiz grades already in Blackboard, and you'll see a running average of all of your quizzes that I'll be happy to explain further to you if asked to do so. So that's where we are with everything. If I'm missing something, or if you have some ideas about improving the way we're working our way through this semester, please do let me know. Unless I hear from you, I can't make those improvements. So I'll let it go at that. Just a reminder, I did focus with some of you on problem solving for the differences between the 6th and 7th edition of Funder. You have a video that I produced on the one new chapter in the 7th edition, chapter 7. You also have the Funder materials there that contain some really helpful outlines and also slides related to the 7th edition for those of you who have the 6th edition. If those don't address your needs, please let's keep working on it. I don't think there are other big differences between the two after chapter 7, so I think we may be over the hill, as it were, in terms of working on that problem. Thanks for your attention, and have a good week.